Take off my hat. Are you sure?
Yeah, take off your hat.
Okay,
Why not? Stay for a while.
Oh, I can't hear.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Come on.
I never can hear.
We tested this.
No, I can't. Oh. I can hear a little. It's better than last week already.
How's that?
Better. It's not awesome, but it's
That's up at max.
fair to middling.
That's max.
Okay,
Max.
that's fine. Totally fine with that.
Okay.
Howdy, Kristina.
Howdy.
Sorry
Howdy.
for the quasi confusing start. Oh, I've got
That's
too much
okay.
stuff in my chair with me. Hold on.
You are having a good conversation with Courtney. You know, you don't want to interrupt stuff
I
like
know,
that.
just because we're going on air.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just had to keep like motioning to her that's like 30 seconds. But it was kind of an intense conversation.
I'm so incredibly distracted by the little lint pills all over my shirt
Yes.
today that I am feeling. Lint pills are like the devil to people with OCD. They make these things that are like little razors that you just drive them along your sweaters and they chew the lint pills off.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where you get those, but you
That-
have. I bet like Martha Stewart and people like that have them.
How long would it take you
Sorry, I
to?
didn't groom my eyebrows this year.
It's okay. You know, I'm not
I'm
inspecting
trying
you.
to get them under control right now.
No, I'm not. You know, like I don't know who you think is looking at you. It's just me.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I have issues.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine though. I saw a tumbleweed outside. I couldn't believe it.
It wasn't. I bet it was a hydrangea.
How do you know that? That's
Because
absolutely true. Did
I
you
see
it?
them all over our yard right now. It was windy enough
that-
and they're brittle enough at this point in the year that they break off and then they
Yeah.
go rolling like the Wild West across our driveway.
That is the Vermont tumbleweed. Is the
It is.
dried hydrangea blossom.
Yep.
It's cool that we have it. I just didn't think we
I
could
kinda
have
I have to keep them from
tumbleweeds.
blowing into my horse's
Why?
paddock because I think hydrangeas are toxic to horses. Maybe. Pretty sure. I think
I'll
so.
have to think about that.
Okay.
I should know that kind of thing as a
You
landscaper.
know what I'm totally bummed about?
What?
I wanted to get cocoa with you after the show, but I can't now because
Oh, no.
it's winter carnival at my kid's school, and I have to go and chaperone this afternoon, so I have to go there right
Oh
from here.
no! Is that why
And you
you're?
probably won't have cocoa.
That's why you're wearing all black today for the
No.
for the carnival.
No, that just happened.
You
I
don't
couldn't find
usually
anything.
look that way. Usually look kind of happy.
Oh, I'm generally happy,
Yeah.
except for the pills on my turtleneck
Well,
issue.
you look happy even in black.
Well, see, I'm still attempting the eye makeup thing, but it's not getting any better. And I'm just, I don't really want to make the effort to talk to somebody who knows how to do eye makeup because I I don't really know any people like that, but it's getting to a point where maybe I should, because every time I put eye makeup on, and I look online sometimes to just figure out how to do this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And whatever it says, it's not working for me. It just looks like I took a big old dull broken crayon and like scrubbed it around on my eyelid.
I see.
And I try to do all the things they say. I try to blend. I try to do the little wing. I try to do all these things, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Well, I'll tell you what you should do is you should search hashtag nobody's doll.
Okay.
Okay, because you'll get some good info.
I don't want to be a doll. I just want
nobody's
my
doll.
eye makeup to be on point. If I so choose to wear eye makeup, which was one of my resolutions, is to just attempt to wear eye makeup for a while. Because you know what? There must be a reason. There must be a reason people wear eye makeup, right? Like an actual legit reason.
Did you notice my response?
Yeah.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Okay, whatever.
But today I decided it's Emily Day.
No,
yes, it is. It's Emily Day.
I don't want any Emily Day.
No, it's so fantastic. It's Emily Day, and there's a lot.
I'll just run with that and be super inappropriate. So please,
great.
No,
but there's so many things you can do on Emily Day that you can't do on other days.
You know, that's the most popular baby name for about 18 years, and then Emily got knocked off by Emma.
Oh,
which I really feel is sort of a cop out. I mean, it's pretty much the same name.
That's degrading.
Yeah. Emily
I'm
and
sorry.
Jacob. Jacob was the number one boy popular name for a long, long time.
Well, people just are wrong about certain things.
I'm not super ticked about my name, though. I mean, even though I know so many Emilys, it doesn't really bother me. It's at least kind of a classic name. It's not one of those, the 80s sort of names that a little bit make you cringe.
And what if you were named Old Dickerman?
What? Nobody names their baby Old Dickerman. You know what? Nobody also names their baby. Nobody names their baby.
If I can have another baby, I'll name it Old Dickerman.
How do some of the people that you know walking around in the world get their names? You don't name babies like Marjorie or Karen. You just don't. They just appear in middle age. It's like they come from another planet as adult people.
Marjorie? What's wrong with that?
I named a lamb that just to see if it worked once, and we couldn't keep it up. We had to call her like Maggie or something because you couldn't call a baby thing Marjorie. It was not, and I could never name something Karen.
Okay.
I like lots of Karens. I just can't picture naming someone Karen as a baby. It's not a baby name.
I just feel bad for you that you're so limited. If I can name my baby Old Dickerman, you could name your baby Karen.
Where are you getting Old Dickerman?
Because I pass Dickerman Road like every day that I come down here, and I just thought, wow, I just miss Old Dickerman.
As opposed to New Dickerman. If you had a baby, you'd probably have to name it New Dickerman and wait a few years before there was a second baby, and then you could call the first baby Old Dickerman and the second one.
You just don't get it. You don't understand what I'm feeling.
I think there are also laws about that stuff. Like you can't name your baby certain things. You can't name your baby.
What?
I think you can't name your baby a number.
But you can name your baby Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know why. Because, he's not bad.
But
apparently.
You probably couldn't name your baby.
You can't name your baby.
God. You can't have a baby named God.
You should Google what you can't. You can't name your baby an obscenity because people have tried that.
Dog? Yes, I know. I know
a person named Dog.
Yeah, but that's his nickname.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know somebody named Cat. Yeah. But I think it's also a nickname.
Huh. Well, I think Cat would be okay.
As opposed to Dog?
Yeah.
It's because you're a cat person. What do the dog people have to say about this?
I'm a dog person as much as a cat person. I'm equal.
Okay. Well, why do you feel like naming someone Dog would be worse than naming someone Cat?
Because Cat relates to a human name, Catherine, whereas Dog...
It's kind of close to Doug.
No.
Or, well, okay, all right, but Old Dickerman is fine.
Yeah, for a baby, yes.
What are they gonna call it for short? OD?
No,
it's not okay.
Babies look like old men.
They do, and monkeys.
Yeah.
But I like old men and monkeys.
Yeah, you can always change it later.
I guess.
But I thought we should talk about the difference between robots and bots. Because I know a lot of people have a problem understanding this. I mean, of course we do. How would you know? Especially if you were married to a robot, for example.
Yeah. And there's bots are also in the entomology world.
What's that?
Like a bot flies lay their eggs in things' necks, and then they get a big lumpy tumor, and little gross maggot things burst out of their flesh.
So, what is a bot?
It's like a parasite fly that lays parasite. A bot fly is some sort of parasite that injects its host with like a gross lump.
But what about a robot bot? A bot. You know, like old.
Okay, I mean I can sort of see the difference in my head, but I don't have the words to say it to you.
What does it look like? A sunset?
No.
A beach?
No. It looks like some buttons and bolts and stuff. I don't know. Which one are you?
That's a robot. Buttons and bolts. That's like we grew up with robots looking like tin cans put together with...
Right. A robot, I feel like, is something that's programmed to perform human functions.
A robot.
Right.
Yeah.
And a bot...
A bot is software. A bot doesn't have a body. Right?
A bot is less physical, I guess.
A bot is a robot.
If I had to describe it.
Yeah, it's a robot that doesn't have a body. Isn't that terrifying? Because robots on their own are sort of creepy. So, but just imagine that the robot would still exist. You take away its body and you've got a bot. Ew. Yuck.
Well... Okay. Clowns really are also very upsetting.
Well, let's not talk about
clowns. And then you take away its voice, and you have a mime, which is Kristina. Extra. No, so creepy.
You would have liked my mime troupe.
I probably would. I like to just give you a heck about it.
It's just a bunch of kids, you know?
I don't have enough to pick on you about, so I have to harp on like your very few oddities that are just ununderstandable. Like mimery. Is that a word? Is mimery a word?
It could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curbing
what?
my PMS. Sorry.
Ow. Okay. I discovered something about downtown Barre this week that I thought you should know about.
That you lock your doors when you drive?
No, I love Barre. I love the
You always love Barre.
because Barre has a kind of seediness to it that's really interesting
and scary.
It's not, but it's being improved. They put in a new sewer system.
Sewers don't unseed a place.
There's new sidewalks. That unseeds a place.
Okay.
But I want to tell you that Planet Rock, the infamous strip club, right?
Also does not unseed a place. That adds a whole boatload of seed right there.
Planet Rock.
In every way that you can imagine seed.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I hear there's a little person stripper.
A what?
No, wait. That was at the White River one.
A what? A little person stripper?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I feel like if I was a little person, which I am, but I'm not technically medically a little person.
Oh, it's a shorter size person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a dwarf.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I feel like it's already a challenge when you have some sort of physical handicap to just fit in the way that you feel comfortable. I just feel like I don't think I would try to turn myself into something that was...
Okay.
But that's just me. I don't like...
Yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't do that. But think about freak shows and stuff. Because stripping is a little bit like
stripping is like a freak show a little bit, but mostly it's not. Mostly it's like sexual entertainment. But I feel like if you're a little person, you're almost making it about... Like, people aren't probably going to be viewing you the same way that they view other women, which is it's totally sad.
You're going to get a lot of feedback on this.
You think you would, if you were a little person, you would be like totally happy with being a stripper?
If I was a person, would I be totally happy with being a stripper?
I have no problem at all with strippers. I just am saying, if I myself was a little person, I think it would make the way that people would relate to me, I would feel already a little bit marginalized because I was little, and I just wouldn't want to add something to that. And I know that's kind of silly, and I should get to be able to do whatever I want if I was a little person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I just feel
This
like
is-
I don't
this is-
know. There's something funky about that I
Emily?
just feel worried about them inside.
Emily,
Yes.
you don't have to worry about this. I didn't
Okay.
bring it up to give you something to keep you up at night.
All right.
Okay, so what I did want to tell you about Planet Rock, the strip club in Barre, is that they've changed their name. And I wanted you to guess what it could possibly be now.
Oh God, wait! I just saw it, but I can't.
It's unbelievably amazing what they named it.
I just have to think a second.
Yeah? You think you're going to have a flashback?
It's the something Gentlemen's Club, right?
No.
What is it?
Bada Bing.
What?
I'm not kidding you. They named it Bada Bing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, now I like the name Planet Rock now. I never liked it, but compared to Bada Bing, I think I'm going to go for Planet Rock. You're
I
speechless.
always kind of, as a childish person, sort of confused it with like Hardrock Café. I kind of thought the two things were similar. So when people were always talking about, oh, we went to Hardrock Café.
Yeah.
In my head, I saw them,
Going to
these
Planet-
normal people
Planet Rock.
going to like a strip club, and I was like,
Right.
oh, I wouldn't expect that, and I certainly wouldn't expect them to be talking so freely about it,
That's what happens when you
and how
grow-
good the chicken burger was. Like,
Yeah,
just,
when you grow up in central Vermont, these are some of the things that go
You have
along
an
with that.
innocence.
We are innocent, but because of that strip club in Barre, we're just not so innocent. So it's, I don't know, it's like losing your virginity or something.
I feel like with a bunch of people, we tried to go to a strip club once, but for some reason we didn't get in. This was a long time
In
ago.
Canada?
No, here
Oh.
in like Rutland or someplace.
Yeah.
That's why we tried to go to a
I
strip
had
club in
I
Rutland.
had a husband once that went to strip clubs up in Montreal.
It's probably slightly higher caliber. You know what? Years ago, a couple friends and I were talking about our sex lives for the first time ever. Like, we just never discussed them for some reason. Just,
Your friends, close friends?
yeah. Like,
Okay.
we were pretty young, so there, wasn't that much to discuss
Okay.
at that point. We were like maybe 20 or something. And one friend said that she'd only been with her boyfriend ever. And the other woman and I turned to her and went, what? And then the other woman said that she'd had like 30 partners. And then the first woman and I turned to her and went, what? Like it was this both back and forth thing where I was like, whoa, too little, whoa, too much. And then I was just remembering that conversation a couple days ago because at the point I was clocking in at like 4 and I felt kind of relieved that I was like hitting what I felt like was a safe middle ground
I
there.
see, yes.
And then I looked it up the other day, and the national average of how many partners people have had over a lifetime is 7.2.
Oops.
I know. I was like,
Okay.
but it also said on all these studies that they actually couldn't really get an accurate count because even on a completely anonymous survey, men inflate the number a ton of how many partners they've had, and women deflate the number a ton.
That
Because
shows you, because you
because-
don't want to be called a slut.
I know.
Yeah.
And it just started to like,
Yeah, what
reading this stuff started to just kind of irk me because,
irk.
Because
It's
like,
irksome.
when are we all just going to have the same standard for everybody? Like, I get testosterone's a thing. I get estrogen's a thing. My uterus is a freaking nightmare right now. But there's all these things that don't have to factor in. They don't have to factor in. They just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the fact that we're constantly assigning certain emotions and colors and toys to the different sexes that just don't belong there is just weird to me.
Well, I stopped doing it. So start at home.
My kid, my 13-year-old son, who's pretty ridiculously manly,
Yes.
to my dismay sometimes, gets picked on because he rides horses. And apparently the world has decided, we've even like segregated the animals into like 2 different areas now. Like horses are for girls.
Well,
it's like they're pink. It's like horses are pink.
That's interesting. I think the difference is that guys who ride Western are okay, but guys who ride English are sissies.
Yeah.
That's because
You know what? It's harder to ride English. It's damn hard to stay on. It's like
It is.
You're on like a slippery little butt,
right.
pouch, and there's nothing to like
Yes.
I don't get this. Also, men who dance. Proven that it's actually harder on your body, more physically demanding than, say, football. But
football?
That's American football.
What do you mean?
American football.
Compared to dancing?
Like, take a male ballet dancer and take a football player. Which one do you think is stronger and more in shape, really?
Oh, the ballet. Because some football players do ballet, don't they?
I don't think so. I don't think they can
bend. I have that image in my head.
I don't think they can bend their joints at all.
They
walk all like stiff-legged because they are so... No, I think you're thinking of a movie where they tried, or a reality show where they tried to make football players do ballet just because it was funny.
There's a guy named Rosie. I don't know. This is pulling something way out of my far distant past brain. So it's a good thing that it's time to play a song because I really can't take that memory any farther than I just did.
We'll look into it.
But somebody could tell me what the heck I'm thinking about. I see this big dude, with a tutu. I don't know. Maybe I just want to see that because it helps me. It helps me through my day. Anyway, okay. So here's a track of music called "Old Feeling." I think this is Andre Cellini, something we recorded a bunch of years ago at the studio. So let's see if it's really here.
Don't lay down, come around. Can't you stay up late? Don't lay down. The children are to bed. Come around. Old feeling, old feeling. Let's get down tonight. I got the water boiling. The tea bag is in the car. Oh, feeling, stay young. They say 1 and 2 will go down. Will that be me and you? Let's not fool around. Old feeling, let's get down tonight. I got the water boy. Can you hear the whistle blowing? Oh, feeling, where are you going?
Hear the train?
We had to catch the tail end of it.
Listen carefully.
It's too late. It's gone now.
No, it hasn't come yet.
Yes, it has.
Where'd it go?
It's gone now, Kristina.
Dang.
They caught the last woo-woo as it went, I think. We forgot, as usual, to introduce our show and ourselves.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You guys have tuned in to 11th Hour Radio with Kristina, Stykos, and Emily Howe on broadcasting live and, we think, streaming possibly today from Royalton Community Radio here in beautiful downtown South Royalton, Vermont. WFER LP 96.5. Thank you to our sponsors and underwriters.
Yeah, we'll get to them. So I just want to go back to that track of music that was Andre Salini, and it was not recorded at my studio. I just remembered we started to record, and then we had to stop. So I never did really get to record Andre properly, but I think this was some kind of a demo that he gave me to, familiarize me with some of his music. So that's what you just heard. I hope he's okay with the fact that I played that. I thought it was something different. So... ready for a spelling challenge?
Such a rebel. She's such an illegal rebel.
I know.
Yes, I'm ready for a spelling challenge.
This is going...
my ratty little piece of envelope here.
All right, this is going to also challenge your vocabulary, because I'm not sure you know this word.
Okay.
Dowdy.
Dowdy.
No, not dowdy.
You said dowdy.
No, listen to me. Doughty. Want me to say it again?
No, I get it now.
Doughty.
That it's not the one that I was super smug about spelling.
Okay, do you get it? Do you get the other one?
Hold on, I'm writing it.
Okay. Don't look on my paper.
Doughty.
Yeah.
What? I got one right? Has that ever happened before?
Yeah, it has.
Are you just saying that to make me feel better because I have PMS?
No. No, I wouldn't do that. I would not.
Okay.
I would not do that.
Why would I?
Doughty. Do you know what it means? You might use this word to describe...
like doubt with T on it. Dowdy.
Wait, how'd you spell
feeling
it?
dowdy.
Say it. Spell
See,
it.
I knew it. I knew I didn't spell it right.
Spell it again.
Doughty.
Yeah, but that's not like doubt. Doubt is DOUBT. Doubt.
Oh, well, good. I got it
so
right
this
without
is
even...
like dough.
I
this is
spelled it
like
wrong.
bread dough.
Yeah, it looks like doughy.
Doughty, but you say doughty. It's a word that you might use to describe the prime minister of a country during wartime. It means brave and persistent. See, people don't use this word anymore. It's a word that's just been lost. Doughty.
Doesn't seem like it means brave and persistent. Seems like it means like wishy-washy and...
I know.
What am I doing here?
I know, because it's got the word dough, and it could have the word doubt, which is strange. But no, doughty. I think it's how you say it. Doughty.
Is it like Downton Abbey?
No. Okay, I got another that I think you're going to just love this, because you're never going to get this one.
Oh, yeah, those are the kind that I always love.
Yeah, you think you're going to get this one, but you are not.
All right.
Ready?
Hit me.
Daring do.
Oh, God.
Daring do.
It's like Derringer, right?
How'd you know? How did you know? You're so smart.
No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to spell it.
I was hoping we could avoid talking about your high IQ today, but unfortunately, the fact that you can spell this...
No, I can't spell it.
Yes, you can. You just said Derringer. Like the gun, right?
Yeah, but...
Okay, just tell me. What?
Hang on, I'm spelling it the same way over and over again. It doesn't look right. D-A-R-E. What's the do part?
D-O.
Is it just D-A-R-E-N-G-E-R? D-O?
No, you had it right. Derringer.
There's an I. There's an I in there somewhere.
It's D-E-R-R-I-N-G. Daring. Do. Which also means heroic action displaying heroic courage. Daring do.
Or didgeridoo played with a herring. Didgeridoo?
Didgeridoo. How did you spell it? What did you think? D-E-R...
D-E-R-R-E. I didn't do the I right.
Okay. Derringer. Okay.
I did like Darren as in like the name, but then I realized that there had to have been an I in there, but I just kind of didn't know where it went.
I got one more.
Oh, delight. Okay.
This is really hard. These are ones that are super hard but they should be easy. They should be easy. I'm hiding the paper. Okay, this is poring over something, like poring over the books. Right? You know that phrase? Poring over? How do you spell pouring? Pouring. The word pouring.
Okay, when you're pouring over something, it's not with a U, right? Or is it? I'm going to spell it both ways.
I'm just going to take a drink of tea while you're doing that. I'm going to relax, sit back and relax. That's good tea. Throat coat. Okay, time's up. What you got?
I don't know if it's with the U or without the U.
Well, that's the big question. So let's suppose, for example, that it was without the U. Okay, because that's the trick part. Because everybody thinks it's pouring with a U. But it's not. There is a word, P-O-R-E, pour, which means to meditate deeply.
It's also little spots all over your face that gets goo stuck in them.
Okay, I can see that this is lost on you. This beautiful...
Well, look, I wrote it both ways. Does that count?
This beautiful linguistic nuance that should be appreciated by everybody because it's Friday. It's vocabulary day.
It is Friday.
Yeah.
TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF.
Last Friday, after we got off of here,
yeah,
we went skiing, I think, right?
Again.
Did I? And then I had to chaperone a dance that night, which turned into this horrible situation. Well, it was fine for me. I was just DJing and all was well. But my kids, it's kind of really hard to be present as you watch your kids go through, like, teenagey angst stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's why other parents don't chaperone dances or things like that, because then they have to watch firsthand their kids have these
awkward
growing pangs.
Ugh.
Pains?
Yeah.
Can you have a pang or a pain?
Both.
Okay, whatever it is. Like, my kid is kind of cute, like, for a boy.
Sure.
And, like, all these girls from other schools who didn't know him. He really doesn't have very many girls in his class. I think it's mostly boys, and there's a couple girls, and he's cousins with most of them, so that's sort of like not an option. Anyway, these girls around his age from other schools just kind of attacked him, like physically dragging him, my son, trying to get him to dance with them. And they were like dragging him.
Ooh,
and he was really, really upset.
That's
because
embarrassing.
He didn't want to dance. He doesn't go to the dances to dance. He kind of goes to hang out with his friends and be social.
You know what that's called? Wow. That's called being manhandled.
And it was weird because sort of, here I'll be old and I'll be like, oh, in my day, you know.
Yeah. It
was actually kind of the boys who were more aggressive in that area, just in this particular situation. And he did not know what to do. I think if it had been girls that he knew, it would have been like, quit it, you guys. Like, but these were girls that were total strangers with him, and he didn't know how to behave. And
oddly enough, I would call that sexual harassment.
I know, and I really felt for him. And my littler son was there helping, and I didn't want to interfere on one hand, and on the other hand, I totally wanted to play the mom card. So I said, I could see that he was really having some trouble, and like was going to lose it in a second. So I sent my little son and I said, can you go tell Eli that mom needs him to coil up some of these extension cords for, my sound equipment?
Perfect.
And he was so excited to come, and he pretended to coil extension cords for like the next hour because he just didn't. And I know part of me should have just left it and let him work it out somehow. And part of me said, I'm here and I can help. I'm going to do it.
I think he had a choice at that point that he could have coiled a cord and gone back to do it if he go back to the girls, but he obviously didn't want to.
I didn't really know what to do.
You gave him an opportunity. See, this is why when I go to a party, I like to have something to do. I like to be a musician playing in the band, or I like to be like cooking or washing dishes. I do not like to just stand there. And I would never go to a dance where I just had to stand there.
And the funny thing is, I am all for girls being more aggressive in situations, like always, because I feel like we've gotten the short end of the stick for a lot of time. But then these girls got his contact information from other people, and they're actually, messaging him nonstop and asking him really weird questions like, "What, are you ashamed of us?"
Can I tell you?
And I don't know what to tell him to do.
Can I tell you what I think? I actually think those dances are not a great idea for that age group. I think a different kind of a dance, like a group dance with I just don't think dances where people have to be choosing and it's dark and there's flashing lights and stuff like that. I just don't think it's appropriate for
an
that
age to feel a pressure to couple up is
it's
a little too soon.
Yeah, I think it is. I just don't think they're that, because I don't think there's any way to save anyone from that type of situation. It's just going to be what it is.
And girls do mature.
Thank
faster
God
than
for
boys.
extension cords. How many times have I said that? Thank God for extension cords. I swear there's something so healing about coiling up a cord.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sort of my studio
I like the really
mantra.
thick industrial strength kind. Those are fun to coil.
Yeah, that have a saw. There's some extension cords that really coil nicely.
They have almost like a recoil to them.
Yes.
Like lassos come back to their comfortable shape. But
Right.
Anyway, so that just was a difficult thing.
Oh,
and
my
I felt,
gosh.
I felt both wrong and right by stepping in. But
Yeah, I think you made the right decision. I think that was a great solution, actually.
parenting is such a...
Parenting is hard.
You know what? Split custody parenting is absolutely such a ridiculous nightmare because you know what? Like last night I had just had it. I was really, really overtired. I was hormonal and cranky, and a project that we were doing hadn't worked out right, and because no one had listened to my suggestions, and everything just like was a disaster. And so I flipped out. I do not flip out very often, but I flipped out and I yelled at my kids and I shouted at John, and I made like a big stink over kind of just nothing. Basically, it was just all the things that had been bothering me all day, kind of, and all week and all lifetime. Just, you know, they boil up every once in a while at nothing.
Yep.
And then I felt horrible because every mother feels horrible when they overreact about something, and you feel guilty because you feel like you've just messed up your kids because you're like basically almost blaming them for something that really is your own internal struggle, and you want to tell them that, and everyone's mad at everyone else. And then you have a split custody situation where in a normal parenting situation, if your kid is mad at you, if you're mad at your kid, you walk away, you cool off, you let it simmer, and you come back later and it's okay. You're able to be in a place where you can talk to each other and be like, wow, I was totally off the handle. This has nothing to do with that. People aren't perfect, blah, 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 blah. In a split custody situation where your kids are with you for a week and then they're away for a week, like you don't have that luxury of time to be like, you go and cool off and we'll talk about this tomorrow. Like you can't do that.
Right.
Because they're gone. And then this has to, like, things have to fester for an entire week. And you have to just feel like even the crappier parent because you've like extra ruined your kid and you're trying to cram all your parenting in to half the time, and that's super unhealthy. Sorry.
No, I
understand.
A
long menstrual rant.
I think I hear you.
Anyway.
I mean, I don't think I've ever said I'm hormonal or referred to something I said as a menstrual rant. I just feel like that's sexist. I wouldn't say that about myself.
It is, but I definitely feel, and I don't...
But don't you think guys have, like, feelings that have to do with their hormones, too?
Yes.
So why sexualize it?
I don't mean to sexualize it. I don't feel like it's actually changing my brain. I don't feel like when I'm PMSy, per se, that I am feeling like, woo, in my head. I'm just feeling irritable because it's such a pain to deal with. Like, I have the equivalent of a Barbie doll Dream House mattress in my pants right now, and that's not fun. It's just not fun. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and it's soggy
sure.
and it's gross.
Yeah.
And so all day you're feeling just physically uncomfortable. It's not so much that like little hormones are like jabbing different receptors in my brain and making me be super like mean and nasty and irritable. It's just that like you take a shower, you get out, you think you're all clean, you look down, you got blood to your ankles. Like where is the fun in that? Like you just are mad because it's like you look around and you see half the world who doesn't even have to deal with that, and you're mad at them. I don't know. Sorry, that was way too much information.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think, like, well, how am I going to respond to this? Which part of this am I going to respond to? And I guess I don't really have to respond to any of it.
I guess I go off on the like, it's not fair. It's not fair. I'm really uncomfortable right now.
I just kind of miss it a little bit.
Miss it? I'm not going to miss it.
Yeah. Because as
I
you
was
get
hoping
old,
it was about time to miss it.
When you don't have to go through that anymore, that means you're old.
No, it doesn't. It means you're lucky.
So I don't know. Let's talk. I wanted to tell you about the fact that I finally was able to take off my long underwear this week because
What? But winter's back again, Kristina.
no, but I got one day. I got a window of one day to wash my long underwear, and I washed them.
Okay,
So now I got them back.
You should maybe wash them more often than once a winter.
Who cares?
Or at
really?
least put them in the freezer. God.
Oh, right. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. So, okay, got a question for you. This is really important. What do you do when you live by yourself and somebody sends you 4 boxes of cookies? Okay, so I got 4.
You don't have to share. What do you mean, what do you do?
No, well, here's the issue. Okay, first of all, there's 4 different kinds. There was Hermits, chocolate chip cookies, shortbread, and ginger snaps. All right, so first of all, you have to prioritize which
you
one.
categorize ones that you're going to eat first.
But second of all,
you keep a batch that you like the least to be the guest cookies.
yeah, that would be ginger snaps, or you could give them away to a friend.
Right. You re-gift
Right.
and get points for that.
Okay, but I think the hardest thing to figure out is how many cookies per serving you're going to eat. Okay, because I think 5 is a meal. That qualifies for a meal. So if you're going to eat 5 in a row, then you got to skip a meal, right?
Yeah, probably.
3, though, is a dessert, possibly. I like a hefty dessert.
Or a snack.
Yes.
And if you're not going to eat them all up, which like probably won't be the case, but you should bag them and put them in the freezer. Because everything in the world, the freezer is the answer to everything.
Yeah, but these are made of sugar, so they're going to last for a while, right?
They still can mold.
Well, I got through the Hermits.
What is a hermit exactly? Explain it
It's
to me.
kind of bready, because I
Does it
always go
have
for
jam?
the cookies that are sort of soft and moist and
Does it have,
bready.
like a jam center.
No, it's more like
Is it molassesy? Is it brown?
yeah, they're good.
I just don't like the sound of them.
They don't have nuts.
Sounds like seafood.
No, back off. They don't have nuts. There's
Okay.
no walnuts in them.
Well,
They're good.
what's their defining feature?
They're like square.
What?
So you
Are you
cut them
talking
in
about
squares.
a brownie?
No,
I don't
They're
know what a hermit
hermits.
is.
Hermits.
A crab? Like what?
No, it's a hermit.
No, but what does it taste like? Or other than square, lots of things are square.
Okay, so anyway, they were sent to me by my recording client, who I asked him to send me like 5 more copies of his album so I could.
And he mistook you for asking to send.
No, I got
5
this
batches
huge.
of
I got
cookies?
this huge box, and I thought that's kind of a big box for the 5 CDs. And I opened it up, and there was 4 boxes of cookies plus the 5 CDs. So
Whoa.
anyway, thanks, Carl. That's
pretty good.
I'm working my way through the cookies.
Girl
Thanks for your
Scout
help, Emily.
Season, sorry. Girl Scout cookies have gone up in price. They used to be $4 a box. Now they're $5, and that just feels like the world is kind of ending when Girl Scout cookies go up to $5.
That's just too much.
That's like more than a gallon of gas.
Yeah, I'd rather just make a donation to probably not the Girl Scouts. I don't know. It depends.
When are there just going to be plain old Scouts?
Soon.
Okay, that
Right.
would be better.
I have a song queued up
All right.
called Rutland. Isn't that cool? There's
Did I
a
just
song
make
called
fun of
Rutland.
I just made fun of Rutland, or I made fun
Did
of Rutland
you?
strip
All
clubs,
right.
I guess.
Well, we're gonna Barry,
Sorry.
not Barry.
No, but I
Rutland.
said I know, but I also mentioned
What do they call it? Rut Vegas.
Rut Vegas.
Yeah. Okay, so this is by a band Goldtown, who lives south of Rutland. So I guess they feel like they can say stuff
you get
about
to make fun
Rutland.
of it if it's your own stomping grounds.
They're not that close.
The
to
rest
it.
of us are
I mean,
just jerks.
They're from like Manchester area.
What's it mean if your elbows are itchy?
Oh, it's really bad.
God.
Okay, here we go. Rutland.
There ain't no sun over Rutland. When the darkness sets, the rain starts to sing. And your heart, it fires like a candy. Little don't you cry over me. And I feel like a flicker of light on the wall. The sun's about to hold every place. I pull my love and let her breathe. Each exhale and tie in the seams. There ain't no sun over Rutland. When the darkness sets, the rain starts to sing. And your heart, it fires like a better face the old new. To be alone or be with you. Huh. There ain't no sun over Rutland when the darkness has rained us all the sea. Well, ain't your heart it flies like a cannon. Little Dawn, don't you cry over me.
Yeah.
Woo!
Rutland. And I
Rutland.
just want to say that I just found out during break that the thing that
Don't tell anybody. It's a secret. Okay. What? No, don't tell anybody. I'll tell. I didn't even finish the story, so I gotta. Next time we get off, I gotta finish the story.
No,
first of all,
can I just say, Gnome House? Can I say Gnome House?
no, you can't.
Okay, forget it. Forget I said anything. But I said Gnome House.
The fight had something to do with something really stupid.
Okay. Anyway, moving right along. I'm sure I have
Okay.
other things to talk about. We'll just like go right past it. And in fact, the more that you say, Emily, the less I know in general. So, just so you know. Okay. So the worst.
Oh.
What?
No, never mind.
That's okay.
I was
ahead.
gonna say I have lambs, and you should come and see them.
Oh, I will. Okay.
We have a black lamb, and it's amazing because so you can't keep breeding your same boy lamb with all the girl lambs because after a while it's like breeding with its sisters and its mother and its daughters, and it
But
just
you said your kids went to school with all their cousins, right?
yeah. Well, they're not breeding with them. I hope.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, every couple years you take that one away and you go get a fresh one from somewhere far away that doesn't have anything to do with yours.
Interchangeable rams.
Right. But so nobody anywhere around here sells the kind of sheep that we have, and John is very specific about like the purebredness of his line of sheep. And they've had the same exact like pure bred line for 50 years. And so we went to look at nobody has these rams, and we finally found one like way in another state or something. And we went to look at them, and ours are only white, pure, old-fashioned Romneys. And these people had 2 rams for sale, fancy show rams. One was white and one was black. And I said, whoa! And it was super cute. I said, let's get that black one, John. Let's get that black one. It's so cute. It was cuddly. It was like coming over to us and licking us. And I wanted it. And he said, no. We breed old-fashioned white rams. We can't have this ram. And I loved it. And I wanted to take it home. I was really sad. We left it behind and we bought the dang white one.
Wow.
But the joke's on John because the white one has carried the gene of throwing black lambs. So now we have black lambs, and I'm so excited. And I
am so happy for you. I mean, not a lot of good things happen to you.
I know,
but that is one right there.
That's so true.
Oh golly.
Anyway,
man, oh man.
Man,
oh man.
It's cute. It's
okay,
cute.
so on to my thing, which was so much more important than your thing, which was the worst band name of the week that I found. You know, I'm always on search for like good band names.
Yeah.
But this was the worst one.
It's like the booby prize, I guess.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Diarrhea Planet. It's a real band. I'm not kidding you.
That's
and the worst YouTuber
so
handle. You know how people have these funny handles online?
Yes.
So there's a YouTuber handle called Pigeon Feces.
Like,
so I don't really understand what is the excrement. Why is excrement such a go-to for everybody?
Freud said we all go through these stages. There's the oral phase, and then there's the anal phase. So maybe these people are just stuck in that phase. Usually you get over it around 3 years old, but where you take a lot of pleasure in learning how to voluntarily release your feces or hold them.
I see. Control.
And this is supposed to be the anal stage.
I see.
Some people probably stick with that.
I see.
Little sort of obsessive time.
Oh my gosh.
What?
No, I'm amazed.
I slipped on the ice and fell right into a pile of frozen dog poop.
Did you?
Yesterday. And, it was sort of irritating because I was walking down to the barn. And it's like a slow grade, a low grade or whatever down. And it was pretty slippery. But it was clear. It was clear going until I finally see the dog poop coming up ahead.
Oh, golly.
And I think to myself, the one spot I shouldn't slip is right there. Mm-hmm. And that's the one spot I go totally out of control and bash down on it.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I think it proves...
It was frozen, so I didn't feel...
Sort of proves a great point.
Yeah.
About the power of the mind.
I know.
The invisible transmission powers of the brain.
Me and the poop.
And here's a question. Why, if people believe in radio, people believe that invisible radio signals are traveling across the United States and landing somewhere and then manifesting as analog sound, right? It's like we all believe in that. Then why don't we believe in intuition? Which is basically a transmission of something invisible that goes out and lands somewhere. I mean, why would it be okay with radio waves, but it wouldn't be okay with your
built
brain?
That way. We don't know for sure that we're built that way, do we?
Of course we do.
Well, I don't know why.
I don't know.
It makes sense, but I can't quite... I don't think it works with everybody.
I just have so many questions.
Otherwise, we'd have... If everybody could hear everybody else, we'd have world peace.
Yes.
Or maybe not, because we're all pretty loud and mouthy on social media and we don't have world peace.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different.
I guess hearing and listening are two different things.
Yeah, if you
hear something internally, maybe it registers more.
Most of us are good. Most of us are good people. So if we just could understand that about each other, and if we could bypass people's behavior and actually see how good they are, that would be great. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Makes me cry. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, here's a question, because I have so many questions this week for you. So there's a question that I saw on Quora. You know Quora?
No.
It's this great online website that people post questions and then other people can answer them. And I swear it's any question in the universe. So it's very interesting, and you can follow certain topics if you want, but you learn a lot of cool stuff. So here's a question I saw today, which I thought you would appreciate. The question was, if spiders were the size of cats when humans first appeared, would the human species have survived until today?
Well, cats don't kill us. I mean, what would be the threat if spiders were just a bunch bigger? Unless they're poison.
You don't see much difference between cats and spiders in terms of your response.
I'm very frightened of spiders, but being frightened isn't going to kill me, is it?
Okay, what if a snake? If it was like snakes were as big as cats? Plus,
snakes are as big as cats. Like if they curl up in a ball.
Okay, forget it.
They're like the same mass.
I'll ask you another question.
Okay, you need to make your size things different. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, some questions you just can't really respond to.
Okay, yeah,
it's fine. You don't have to relate to every question that I ask you.
Oh, like a spider that's as big as a cat could potentially like wrap us up and eat us? Is that what they mean? I just feel like some spiders are the size of the cats. Like if you go to South America and there's still people there alive. Yes, Kristina, raising her hand.
Well, I was stretching. I was stretching. I was stretching. But I did want to ask you, what was your most frustrating thing this week? Do you think? Most frustrating thing? I mean, you've actually described a few things.
I did have just kind of a frustrating week in general. I don't know. I got really frustrated with my kids' school because I took them out of school one day to go skiing because, again, when you have a split custody situation, we happen to have weekday passes that were about to expire to Pico, and there wasn't any time to take them. They happened to just be with their dad over winter break, and the only times they've had scheduled a day off of school that wasn't a weekend randomly worked out this winter that they were with their dad. It was sort of frustrating. So I made sure they got their homework assignments, and I said, you know what? You, child 1, has perfect attendance, and you, child 2, has only had a couple sick days, and why not? Why wouldn't we go?
You're the parents.
So we went, and then the kind of teachers gave the kids a lot of heck for doing that.
Dang it.
like we're acting like it was a really irresponsible and wrong
That's
thing
so
to do.
stupid.
And I felt really frustrated because
life is an education.
one of my kids is a super, super good student. And you know what? It's not going to harm him one bit. And I think he just gets as much, knowledge from going and having a day out with the family. Yeah. And then the second child is not a good student, but he has a severe learning disability. He could go to school 8 days a week and it wouldn't change his grades.
Right.
So I'm not going to like punish him and be like, you don't get great grades, so you need to go to school more.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make sense. It's not have anything to do with how long he's there.
These are such trivial things on the grand scheme.
I know they are, but when they're your kids and it's kind of like it's right in your face and it's your daily life.
It's all the shaming that we get all the time from out. If those shamers were not there, we'd feel fine about taking a day skiing, right?
Yeah.
But my most frustrating thing this week was kind of different. It was that why the heck is it so hard to read a dipstick? Oh
my God, I know.
Yes, and especially my generator.
A thermometer, like the kind with the mercury in them.
Yeah, but you
can't see that little stuff.
Exactly. But the dipstick, why couldn't God design a dipstick that doesn't smear as you pull it out? What's the big deal there?
You're supposed to pull it out and wipe it off and then carefully dip it back in.
I do. It still doesn't. In my generator,
do you pull it straight
just doesn't.
Up? Oh, in your generator?
Yes, I do, as much as I can, and I use a headlamp, and I'm like.
The also dumb thing is the notations on it are like not in another color or anything. They're just like indented, so the oil actually fills in the notations, and then you can't even read them.
I think more women need to get involved with designing dipsticks.
Well, yeah,
it's kind of a phallic thing, a dipstick. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
It's okay. It's totally fine.
Yeah. So
I had a joke. I think I had a joke like that too. I was going to tell you, but it's sort of flown my mind.
Oh my gosh.
I try to make myself very pure when I come in here because I know that we can't say certain things.
Right.
But as you can see, it doesn't always work.
Yeah. I just want to ask you another quick question before we go because we're almost time to get off the
You
air.
promised we were going to talk about our sponsors and we didn't.
Oh, that would waste about 3 minutes right there.
Oh, all right. Tell me your other thing then.
Okay, so I had this new
client.
This new client called me on the phone. I'd never talked to him before, and he's wanted to talk to me about possibly coming to work with me in the studio. And I said to him, hold on a minute while I lie down in front of the wood stove. Now, was that a weird thing to say to somebody that you don't like a potential client? Because I heard he paused, like, what? Was that weird? Because that's actually...
You know what? You become very personally connected to your clients, so if they weren't okay with that, then I would be totally fine with losing them as a client.
Okay, thanks. That's all I needed. Now you can say the sponsors.
Thank you to Howeville Farms, Mountain Folk, and Tunbridge Grease Collective for sponsoring our fine, fine show.
Yes, thank you.
Why am I such a facetious little...
You can say the B word.
No, you can't.
Yes, there was just Courtney played a song that was about bitchin' something. It was fine.
I think bitchin' is different. I think if you add the in on the end, it's like a real word again.
Huh.
Yeah, bitchin' Camaro. Is that what she played?
Bitchin' Friday. I don't know.
Well, whatever. That's apparently kind of okay.
All right. Well,
who decides this stuff? Words are words are words are words. Why are some?
We're taking over the world, so it'll all come out in the wash. That's my advice for today. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Emily, for being here
Kristina.
with me. Thank you for listening to 11th Hour Radio. We have such a fun time here, and we are going to see you next week.
We will. Same time, same place.
We're going to go out on a track of music by Doug Perkins called Corundum.
you.